Every giant has a last battle. Every champion meets the one opponent destiny has been preparing. For the giants of Gath, that day had finally come. Years earlier, a shepherd named David had silenced Goliath with a single stone. The impossible had happened. The giant had fallen. But Goliath was never the last. One after another, the descendants of Rapha continued to rise from Gath. Ishbi-Benob, Saph, Lami, each one determined to erase Israel's victories and restore Philistine pride. Yet after every battle, another giant fell, until only one remained. Scripture tells us almost nothing about him. No name, no victories recorded, only one terrifying description. He was a man of great stature, with 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot, 24 in all. One sentence. Yet that sentence was enough for history to remember him forever. This was no ordinary warrior. He was the last living champion of Gath, the last descendant of the giants still willing to stand before Israel, the last hope that the age of the giants could continue. If he won, Philistine confidence would return. If he fell, an entire bloodline of champions would disappear from history. But Israel had changed. David, the young giant slayer, was now an old king. His victories had become songs. His scars had become memories. Not long before this battle, David himself had nearly been killed by another giant. His own warriors had sworn an oath, "You shall no longer go out with us to battle, lest you quench the lamp of Israel." For the first time, Israel would face a giant without David. Across the valley, Philistine confidence grew. Their champions stepped forward, towering above ordinary men, bronze armor flashing beneath the sun, an enormous spear in his hand, 6 fingers wrapped tightly around its shaft. This was the warrior they believed could restore their honor. Who would answer him? Not a king, not a prophet, not a judge, a soldier. Jonathan, the son of Shimea, David's own nephew, a veteran of Israel's wars, an elite warrior whose greatest story would be told in only a single verse. There are moments when history stops looking at kings and begins watching ordinary warriors. This was one of those moments. Jonathan stepped forward. No speeches, no celebration, no promise of victory, only dust beneath his feet and a giant waiting in the valley. The distance between them slowly disappeared. One carried the confidence of generations. The other carried the faith of Israel. Then, steel met steel. The giant never stood again. The last champion of Gath had fallen. Scripture records the victory in only a single sentence. Jonathan, the son of Shimea, David's brother, struck him down. No long celebration, no songs, no monuments, only another quiet verse preserved forever. With the death of this final champion, the age of the giants came to an end. The bloodline that had once terrified nations disappeared from the battlefield forever. History often remembers David for defeating the first giant, but it almost forgot the warrior who defeated the last. Those are the stories we uncover here. The forgotten kings, the overlooked warriors, the battles that shaped biblical history, the moments hidden between the verses. If you enjoy this journey into one of Scripture's most overlooked battles, subscribe to Kings and Warriors of Faith, where history, archaeology, Scripture, and cinematic storytelling come together. Leave a comment and tell us which forgotten warrior we should uncover next. Until our next journey, keep seeking the truth behind the stories. And remember, sometimes the greatest victories are remembered in only a single verse. This is Kings and Warriors of Faith. We'll see you in the next chapter.